I have a course in the law of attraction where I teach you how to create the life that you want, how to live intentionally. And some people might say that I'm teaching you how to manifest, but I'm not teaching you how to manifest so much as I'm reminding you that you are a manifester and a creator of your life, just that most people manifest it unconsciously and are not aware of how they are creating their life the way it is and how to create it differently. So it is the primary reason that I try to stay awake and intentional with how I wake up, how I move through my day, and how I end my day, because every thought, word, action, feeling is creating my tomorrows. So I'm just giving you little ideas of how to shift certain funks that we all fall into that seem minor, but they are creating our tomorrows. So this is when you get into a complaining funk. I got together with some friends last week and they brought their friend with them, someone I hadn't met. And as we sat next to each other, we shared kind of our background, and I shared with him my former days of living off grid. And he said, "Man, you were living the dream." Things like I've seen only in movies. And I said, "I was. But back then, even though I loved the adventure and I loved my life, there were so many times I just slipped into deep funks of complaining, something that needed to change," I thought. And you need to realize that you are living someone else's dream. The stay-at-home mom and the working mother, they're living each other's dreams, so many of them. One wants to get out and away from the home, the other wants to be at home. There's the lonely person and the overbusy person who has people around them all the time. They're living each other's dream. One wants community around them, the other wants some solitude and quiet. They're living each other's dream. There's married couples who are having problems in their marriage and so sick of them. And then there's the single person that wishes that they had a married person, a married partner, spouse to have problems with, to resolve. When you realize that there's so many people out there that would exchange their set of problems for yours, you're living their dream in some way, you begin to shift your perspective so that you learn to appreciate what you have. We all have problems and we all have joys. Let's focus on our joys, because as we focus them, we shift our energy and frequency to create more joys for our future.